still have to give them to back up what they made the decision on already. You got to have the statistics too. But yeah, I would encourage you, you got to have the personal stories. It's stupid. I grant you. It's completely stupid, but it's kind of the way it works. So you got to have those personal, because boy, let me tell you, the other side will trot those victims out. Mm-hmm. So it's unfortunate, but somebody in here was talking about Jerry Patterson in my area in Texas. He was the senator that actually passed the bill, and we work with each other very well because he gives all the statistics. He's very left brain, and then I come in and do the victim thing, which I hate. I hate that. But you know, you do what you need to do to pass the bill. Matt, I know you have a question.
Yes, I do. I'm wondering.
Hey, now everybody can hear.
I deliver gas for a company, and they have a no weapon policy, and I find myself in probably the worst neighborhoods really late at night. What would you say about that?
I am so going to shock you with my answer. I am a big believer in private property rights and in employer-employee relationships. Don't move me off the stage here. Just let me hear me out. I think that just as I have a right to say you can't smoke in my house, that as an employer I have a right to say I don't want you to carry a gun in my property. Okay? Now, here's the catch though, and this is what I told them in Texas when some of the employers were trying to do this. I said, that's fine, but we're going to put a little clause in the law that makes you civilly liable for that person's health and well-being while they are on the job, which means that if anything happens to them, their family or that person, if they're still alive, is going to sue the snot out of you, and I am going to be right there on the stand pulling for them. So, I know that this is the part you really don't want to hear, but you know, it works both ways. If you have an employer or public property, or excuse me, private property where they say, well, like a restaurant that says we don't want you in here, then I don't want to work for you. That doesn't make it easy, I know.
Suzanna, John has a comment for you.
I just want to thank you for pointing your finger at Charles Schumer and reminding him that the Second Amendment's real purpose is to protect people like us from people like him.
Yeah.
We have one over here.
You mentioned there may be something happening on the federal level regarding gun-free zones like universities. Is there a specific bill in the process that you're aware of?
No, to be honest with you, I have no idea if there are any specific bills. Joe may know, but I can tell you that I know it's being talked about because I've had a bill that would allow people to carry on university property in Texas. I had it 2 or 3 times. I also had a bill for my teachers to be able to carry, and I knew I wasn't going to pass it, but I wanted to bring it to everybody's attention. I was trying to get the teachers sucked into it too, saying, well, why are you treating my teachers like second-class citizens? You know, everybody else can carry. Why are you treating my teachers like second-class citizens? So even some of those teachers were sitting back going, yeah, why are you treating us that way? You know, you're the ones that didn't want to carry. I know that it's being spoken about because I've heard them on CNN, Fox News, and whatnot. They're actually on TV now talking about people should be able to protect themselves on campuses and in schools. So it is being talked about. Okay, one more?
Hi, well, thank you for coming out. This is wonderful.
You look like my brother-in-law. It's scary.
Okay, something we haven't brought up here is a little bit off of the legalities. Since most of us here carry firearms, support that, a lot of us here are also instructors, and we know that someday either we or someone we know or have taught may have to use that weapon and actually kill somebody. or they maybe have someone that they know that is killed. And can you share at all, or how have you dealt with what happened with your parents and, family support, or, faith, what to deal with that kind of a reality?
Actually, my husband's a psychologist, and, let me put it to you this way. I actually have people say, well, just think how you would have had, I can't believe anybody would actually say this to me, but I've had people say, well, Suzanna, you don't know how you would have dealt with it if you had killed that person. You'd have to live with their death on your hands forever. And I thought to myself, yeah, I might have lost a night's sleep. No, I really don't say that lightly. Obviously, you're taking someone's life, but I remember a scenario, in fact, this plays out far too frequently, but I remember a scenario where there was a gentleman, an older gentleman, can't tell you what state this was in, but he was in a not very nice neighborhood, and his home kept getting broken into. And one night, this wasn't that long ago, one night he heard people breaking in, and he shot and killed one of them. Well, you turn on the lights, it was a kid, 13 years old, and next thing you know, you see mama on TV, well, he was a good boy, he'd never done anything, he got into the wrong group, and it was drugs, and he was just gonna steal the TV for drugs, and and now he's dead, and he was only 13, he was 6 foot tall, he was only 13. I gotta tell you, and I mean this very, very, very seriously, and I feel so differently now that I'm a mother. If I ever wake up in the middle of the night, and there's somebody in my house that's not supposed to be there, I'm pulling the trigger, and I'm gonna do it repeatedly. And no. I am not gonna ask, how old are you? Are you accidentally in my house by mistake because you're drunk? Are you just here to steal my TV, or are you here to rape and murder my children? I'm not asking anything. I'm not turning on the light to check their age. I am killing them. And that sounds, I know especially some of the ladies, that sounds so harsh. But I'll be damned if I'm going to risk my children's lives over somebody else's screw up. It's my responsibility. Even if you couldn't take care of yourself. I've had women say, well, I don't know if I can pull the trigger to protect myself. I understand. I really do. I get that. But when you have children, even a goose will protect its young.
Hell yeah.
That's